It was another good week of galley cabinetry work. I do still need to put the shelf on this side of the galley. That was actually a slip. I'll then need to put the hot dipped galvanised angle from the frames across the tanks. So that's the bulk of the galley cabinets done. I've got the bottom shelves, the middle shelves in. Now what remains is the top to go on. I need to cut these sections out, of course, which I will do shortly, because although this is together, this is the dry fit. So now it's a matter of pull it apart, sand the surfaces that are going to be joining, a little smear of epoxy glue, then I can put it back together. I do still need to put the shelf on this side of the galley, but that can come later. In previous videos, I showed the water tanks being dry fitted to check how they fit before getting them finally constructed, which definitely paid off. Now they were fully constructed and ready to be installed permanently in Mistress. Ready? So, one more workout for Max and I getting them back in. I think you got most of the way. That's not it. Sort of interesting because it dropped in last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Try that.
Oh, hang on, pull it up, quick.
What?
Almost there.
Yeah. There we go. That's the sound I was waiting for. Woohoo! Nice. That was actually a slip. Yeah, now we're there. Right, wait up, keep your head up.
Yep.
And you can. It's like your end. Oh, your end. You know why that was harder? This end panel is on and you can't get your hand inside. These inspection holes are on and you can't get a handhold.
Yeah.
Wasn't dodgy, but it was like, that was work, man.
Look at me. I'm fucking dripping.
Well, they're in. Very, very pleased about that. It was a bit of a workout to get them in, but they're in. Now, although they are in, there's still a lot of work to go to get them actually finished in terms of being in place. So in order of what I need to do, I'll need to be putting insertion rubber wherever they're going to be touching frames and the whole floors and bulkheads. I'll then need to put the hot dipped galvanised angle, which will be bolted from the frames across the tanks and tied to the bulkhead with another bit of flat bar vertically. And of course there's the matter of putting all the fittings into the tank to both get water in and out. I already have the water pump. I've recently got the polyethylene potable water graded tubing, including the fittings, and I've also got the fittings which will connect the side deck filler caps down to the tanks to fill them up. One other thing I need to do is sort out which venting I'm going to have for the tanks. All of the fittings will be connected through the top of the tanks. I don't want to have any fittings down below at the bottom of the tanks. I guess for most people for obvious reasons, but for those who are wondering why, should you have a problem with a fitting at the bottom of a tank and there's water inside of the tanks, well, you can't really fix a fitting if there's going to be water in the tanks. That would all need to be drained out. So fittings at the top, so that should there be any issues with them, I don't need to drain the tanks. So once all of that side of the tanks is sorted, I'll also be able to put the vertical bulkheads in and then continue to build furniture over the top of these. And as mentioned in other videos, the port side here will be the dining area and the starboard side will be a sofa or settee and double as a sea berth. Here is how the galley is starting to look, everybody. It's taking shape and I'm happy with it. Please stay tuned for more in the next video. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell and share. I'd really appreciate that.